Hey guys, how's it going? So, week 3 is done, and it started off with some awesome fishing on the Jocko River, and I got to watch these swallows coming up to their nests and feeding chicks and things like that, which is really cool. Work this week's been really slow because we've had some really bad weather and the grasshoppers won't jump, but we did get to take out these experiments that are called pot pens, or the pots, and when we were done, it just returned it back to an empty field, which was awesome. Despite the weather, there's been some wildlife today, or some wildlife this past week, including deer and fawn, and then of course the all-important bison, for which the National Bison Range was founded. The actual purpose of the range is to ensure the survival of the species of North American bison. Excuse me. So, and then a couple of elk. Walking through, this would be Mission Creek. Sorry about the shaky camera. I was leaning over the hood of a running truck for stability, which wasn't my best judgment ever. But, let's see here. We have had, this is a longer clip than I thought. Wow. It's really quite scenic, actually. So, because of the bad weather, we actually took a trip up to Missoula, and just to prove Dad that this exists, this is a, what is this? This is a casino, McDonald's, tobacco outlet, liquor store. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about the geology of the area and the plants in the area. So what you're looking at right now is this is where the water level was for an ancient glacial lake called Lake Missoula, and the lake itself had a dam, and when that glacial dam, and when that broke, all the water rushed out to the Pacific Ocean across Oregon, and all that's left now is the Flathead Lake and then the Flathead River, which you can see in this picture. But it really determines a lot of the plants and the geography of the area. So this plant is called bitterroot, and it's what the Bitterroot Mountains are named for, the Bitterroot Range. The roots are actually bitter, and it was said that you could actually at one point trade a bag of bitterroot for a horse, although it doesn't specify how good of a horse and the size of the bag. So take that as you will. But that's bitterroot. It's a pretty pink flower. This is a plant called lupine. And what you're seeing are some of my attempts at some more artistic shots. I'll let you judge whether or not I succeeded in that. This plant's called Clarkia, and it's named for William Clark of Lewis and Clark. Their expedition came through this area. This plant's called cinquefoil, and actually a lot of people make jokes about it because the leaves look like this. Pause for laughter. This plant's actually really cool. It's called mothmullen, and the leaves grow in such a way that when it rains, it collects water inside the leaves. And there have been some stories of people actually surviving in the mountains drinking the water out of mothmullen that they find. This plant's really cool. It's called yarrow. It grows in these tall yellow flowers, but the leaves actually are a natural insecticide, and it's more effective than DEET for repelling mosquitoes. The white flowers in this one are in the same family, but they're called cow parsnip, and if you get the juices of this one on you in the sun, you will blister, and the blisters will fester and break open. This is a wild mustard, and this is a horrible, horrible plant called toadflax that everybody hates. There's been a little bit of fishing. I caught this 18-inch pike minnow, which is a picture of me holding it somewhere. I'll have to include it in another week. Although, of course, as soon as I caught it, Sean showed me up by, again, catching a 24-inch pike minnow. And, yeah. But I thought I'd leave you with some of the few shots I've taken of the Flathead River, along with the soundtrack of a Montana morning. So I'll see you guys next week.